A salad bar for chickens? We'll show you how it's done. So guys, welcome back to the Rockin' City Homestead. My name is Lance. I want to welcome you to our channel. And today we're in the midst of doing a project, and we're going to make a salad bar for our chickens. So what do I mean by that? A salad bar for our chickens. So sometimes it's called fodder, whatever it may be. So we're going to make we're using some plastic tubs. We're going to build a frame around it with some hardware cloth on top. And we're going to grow some rye and some clover inside for now. Here in Oklahoma, it's still February. So it's still cold, even though today I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. It's still pretty seasonably warm for us right now. There is some cold weather expected to be coming, but one of the reasons why we want to do this is these chickens that are in here in this coop right here, they don't get out to free range with the other ones because they get really picked on because they're smaller chickens. So we're going to put those in here to give them something green to nibble on and to give them a little bit of extra nutrients and just to make them a happier chicken, because Marcy likes to spoil her chickens and she wants to find a way to give these guys some greenage without having to go out with all the other chickens. So now we're here on our workstation. So these are the tools and the material that we're going to use. We just got some really thin 1x6 just to keep it really light. For Marcy, of course, we have our normal tools, you know, the good old carpenter pencil, square, measuring tape. So that's going to be for the box itself. It's going to be like by 24 and something by like about 18 something. We'll have the measurements here in a little bit. Staple gun, we're going to use that because we're going to cover all of it, the very top of it, with some hardware cloth so the chickens can stand on top of the box. And underneath here, when the lid's not on here, there's going to be some green growth for them to nibble on. So they'll be able to eat up on that and not get in there and actually tear it all the way up. And of course, we're using some really small screws because we're going to drill into the side of the wood, and it's a pretty small, so we're going to, actually drill those out and then screw them in, and then a variety of other hand tools to make it all happen. All right, so I cut 4 boards, 2 of them at 14.5 and 2 at 25.5. And we're just gonna make a little square box like this, or a little rectangle, however you wanna say that. Just screw it all together, just like that. I don't know if we'll stay up there, yeah. Then once we get it screwed, we'll put on the hardware cloth and be good to go. So we got our box all fixed up and screwed together. Now we're going to fix some handles on here just to make it easier to move around and when you're hauling these things around. So we're just going to put a couple on either side so you can grab them from either way or grab them both, however you may do that. So as you can see, we got the handles on both sides. So this just fits right over this plastic tub we got. So we actually went and we got these at Walmart or whatever box store you want to get them from. We did drill like 9 holes in the bottom just for some drainage, and that fits right in there. And we actually got the wood to match the tub, about the shallowest tub that we could find. We were looking at maybe doing some of those like seating trays, but those just seem really flimsy, and we just didn't think going back and forth in the house would not be a very good thing for them. So, as you can see, it just sits right here. One thing we liked about the 1x6s is it's lightweight and it fits right to the edge, to the top of it. So this is one that we already did as our test, and I'll show you it fits perfectly. So all we have to do now on the other one that we just did is do the hardware cloth. But it fits right up there, and we'll allow the plants to grow about that big, and the chickens will be able to come up here and kind of peck through and get some green goo stuff, or get some green goodness. All right, so I got the hardware cloth cut, and we cut it to where it fits all the way inside the board, so there's nothing hanging out. Plus I went back through all the edges and kind of sanded down or grinded down any of the sharp edges. This tool, the little grinder tool, awesome tool, especially for cutting this stuff. It cuts through it like butter. Even the big cattle panels, it cuts through it really, really well. Highly recommend. But if you don't have that, you can always use a diagonal cutters, and it does just as good, but it's much, much quicker. So we're just going to staple this now and get it finished up. All right, so now we're on to the point of actually planting the seeds. So we got 5 pounds of rye and 5 pounds of red clover. We're gonna plant rye in one and clover in the one. We're gonna take it inside, put it underneath the grow lamps, and see which one comes up first. Those are the first ones we're gonna take out to the birds. But we just put in some super soil that we had left over in a couple of our tubs, and we're just gonna give this a real heavy, I mean super heavy dosing here. I'll probably go through it one more time. And just see what actually just kind of mix that up a little bit. I got a little bit of dirt here I can put on top. Now I heard this rye comes up really, really quick. It could come up in just a couple days. So hopefully by next weekend we're going to see some good progress. I think the clover takes a little bit longer. The main thing is we just want good germination, some great little plants to come up. Then our chickens would be happy. All right, we'll just give that a little bit of water here once we get the clover done. Should be good to go. Now since we got everything planted, got them watered in, one of the things we really like, since we're gonna start growing these inside, I know today I'm in shorts and a t-shirt here in Oklahoma, but it's like the 2nd or 3rd of February. And it's extremely warm today, unseasonably warm. So it's kind of nice to get here and do a project in your short sleeve and your shorts. But one of the things we really do like about this is since we're gonna have these on the rack with the grow lamps, we're gonna use the lid to catch water, since these do have holes in them. They're just gonna sit right there on them. And then once we're done inside, we'll just pick them up, carry them outside. And then in the chicken coop, as you can see here, they'll just be laying on the ground, that on top, and hopefully there's be a bunch of green stuff sticking out, and those chickens can just nibble on that stuff and be perfectly fine. So that is gonna be our chicken fodder salad bar setup, whatever you wanna call it. But yeah, we're super excited to see how all this works out. All right, so we're all finished up. We got everything planted and seeded, and now all we have to do is clean up our mess, take these inside, get them underneath the grow lamps, and we'll be set to go. Hopefully in about a week, we'll have some plants coming up and be good to go for that. But guys, thanks for coming back, watching all the way to the end of our videos. We really do appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, there's that button right down here. Click on that button, ring that bell so you don't miss a video coming out in the future. And if you haven't caught us on Facebook or Instagram, those links are down below in our description. So from RC and I, from our homestead, you have a blessed day, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.